Hi boys and girls, and how are you all going this week? Today we're talking about present simple tense. Now we can use present simple tense a few ways, so let me go through the ways we can use them. We use them with facts, truths and generalisations. So what that means is, for example, the sun is bright. That is a fact because the sun is bright. It's cold in winter. Now that's a generalisation because some people it's not cold. For us here in Cambodia it's not cold, but in the USA and Australia winters are cold, so it's a generalisation. And dogs are better than cats. Again, that's just my opinion, so it's a generalisation. Now another way we can use it is with habits and routines. Now we use them as something that we might do every day or every week. That's our habit or routine. And another use is non-continuous verbs. So they are things like our thoughts, our opinions, our feelings, our emotions and our senses, what we can see, what we can touch. And we can also use it for the near future or scheduled events. Now, near future might be later tonight or I have school tomorrow. It's something that will happen sooner than later. And then we also have negative usage, which again we use a lot of times with do and don't, or doesn't and don't. And our last way we can use it is in questions. Now let's go back and have a look at facts and truths of generalisations. So, here's some examples here. The sun is bright. Now our verb here is a to-do verb. It is. This one is, it's cold in winter. Now we used is again, but we contracted it with it to make it its. And in our last one, dogs are better than cats. Now we use the word are as our to be verb. So that's how we use it with our facts, truths and generalisation. Now with habits and routines. Does that look? They study science every Monday. So that's something they do every Monday. They study science. So it's a routine. I always eat lunch at noon. That would be a routine / habit because you get in the habit of eating at the same time each day. And then our last one is John starts work at 9 a.m. Now I've underlined the S here because we're using John, which is the third person, he. So when we're using he, she or it, we put an S on the end of our vowels. I'll go through the rules and the spelling rules a little bit later. Alright, so let's have a look at our non-continuous verbs. Now as I said, they're our thoughts, what we think of, how we feel. So let's have a look. I love mum. So that is your feeling. It smells good. Now again, because we used it, we put an S on the end of our verb, smells, and that's using one of our senses. They need help. This need is our help. There, they is the third person plural, so we don't have to put an S on the end. Alright, so that's our non-continuous. And then over here we have our near future examples. I have class at 6 p.m. Now that's later today, so that's in the near future. Lisa arrives on Sunday. Now that again, Sunday is close to us, so it's a near future. And again, Lisa is a she, so we use an S on the end of our verb. Now, we start work soon. Now when we use words like soon, obviously that means it's coming up. So it's near future or a scheduled event. Now, when we get into negative uses, I won't go through this one too much because we did a lot of this last week with our do and don't worksheet and our does and doesn't worksheets. So when we're using negative present simple tense, we use words like doesn't or don't. Now, remembering our rules from last week, for you, I, we and they, we use don't. For he, she or it, we use doesn't. So Sam Mike is a third person, he's a he, we use doesn't. And again, when we use questions, we touched on this last week as well, when we use do and does. They live here. Now that is our sentence. To ask the question, we have to say, do they live here? He plays soccer. Again, that is a sentence or a fact, because that's what something he does. So to make it a question, and because it's he, we have to use does. Does he play soccer? So that's how we turn our sentences into questions. And remembering at the end of each sentence, at the end of each question, we use a question mark. Now let's go through some words that we might use with present continuous tense. How we know we're using present continuous tense. We use words like always, usually, once a week, every day. They're words that we use soon. And for the negative, over there, we use, again, words like don't or doesn't. It could be hasn't as well. Alright, so let's go through again. Our facts and truths are one way we can use present simple tense. We're telling someone, the ball is round. That is a fact. So habits and routines is when I play football every day, or I ride my bicycle every day. Then we have our non-continuous verbs. So that's like how we feel. I see you twice a week, or I see you once a day. We can use our senses or our opinions. I think that's a good idea. Then, as I said, near future is when we're talking about something that's going to happen sooner than later. So not something that's going to happen next week, next month, next year. That's future tense. Something that's going to happen later today or early tomorrow. That would be near future. And again, we've already gone through the negative uses and questions last week when we used our do and don't and does and doesn't worksheets. So that's it for our present simple tense. I'm just going to go through today we're going to be using, our spelling rules for these are the same as our spelling rules for do and don't worksheets. So I won't go through them, you can just revise them from last week. Now, our phonics is our R blend. So when we're using a letter, a consonant with the letter R together, it makes a R sound. So BR for bread would be bread. Drive. Prince. So we make it a R sound with the words. So good luck with your reading worksheets, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye.